What's up guys, Blizzy here, aka Settle Blizzy from Instagram. I'll be selling them staples for 25 to 35% out depending on if you buy them in bulk. But anyway, I'm here for an exclusive deck profile for the Wise Guys TCG channel featuring Cosmo and True Draco. Now this shit pretty spicy and I haven't played in a minute, but since this Banlist dropped and Dark Destroyer came back to 2, you already know I had to. I've been in the game for like almost 5 years now. I played the deck ever since it dropped in Clash of Rebellions. I kind of consider myself a Cosmo enthusiast, with 2 top 16s with a deck and too many top 32s to count. I could have potentially won the Fall 2016 ARG State Championship with Fire King Cosmo, but unfortunately I misplayed at table 1 in the 5th round, causing me to fall out of the top 8 and become tilted. But anyway, it's a brand new format, Thunder Dragons are here, this deck is amazing against Sky Strikers, and I'm just going to get right into it, okay? Alright, so I'm going to go down from level. Of course we're playing Cosmo Dark Eclipser. You have to kind of, because it's it's an untargetable, it's a dark, its attack is 3000. It's basically your third Dark Destroyer. Your Dark Destroyer is your boss monster and you just want another 3000 untargetable basically. If this was at 3 we would not be playing this. Its search effect does come in handy sometimes. Honestly you won't really need it. It's just it's basically just to apply pressure on the board. So yeah, these are our 3 big ships. It's all you need. It's perfect, I think. Alright, and then we played 2 Forerunner. I played 2 Forerunner. I used to play only 1 because I've always only played 1. But I played 2 because it came up too many times where I just wasn't drawing into any big ships when I actually really needed to. So I upped the ship count of the big ones to 2 Forerunner. And that brings me to our next monster, which is Slip Rider. Oh, excuse me. I was playing 3 Slip Riders, but 3 in this format is just not viable. I always thought the back row destruction and the ability to summon Cyber Dragon Infinity was so amazing, but I keep forgetting we're in a link summoning format, and you really don't want to do that. You'd rather rely on your big ships and your true Dracos and your diagrams, basically, your graveyard recursion, all that shit. So yeah, so we're only playing 2 of these just in case we need to make the Cyber Dragon, and 2 of them just they're 2 lights, and I was playing 3, so 2's fine. Sorry about that. For pilots, we're playing 1 of these. This was the best pilot in the deck. It probably still is essentially, but not for this build. We only play 1 now because it's too slow. We're in a format where we need to get all our monsters on the board, and we need to establish control right away, like ASAP. And this one's recursion effect just takes too long to happen. So honestly, you only need it for turn 1 when you open up with your ship, your True Draco, and your Straw Man, and then it pops, and you go into your can, you summon it, pay 500, get your untargetable ship in your hand, then you pass. So that's all he's for, basically. Alright, so everyone's playing 3 of these. I'm only playing 2 because it's never ever came up where I need to play 3. I think they're playing 3 to overcompensate for something. Maybe they're too aggressive or they're playing too fast. But honestly, I like to play calm and collected with this deck, and it's never came up where I've needed 3 of these ever. It has once actually, but it turned out I actually really didn't need it because I forgot that I had a trap face down, and I forget my only traps pop any monster on the field. So honestly, I've never needed 3 of these. So we only play 2. And then we only play 1 Farm Girl because you only need her once, and that's for your OTK opportunity. If you're going to play this deck, honestly, you're going to have to OTK on your very first turn or your second turn. If you're not going to do it, you're at least going to push for, like, I'd say at least 5,000 damage, and that's all you need her for because of the new time format. When you go in the time, you obviously win if you have more life points, and that's where your extra Forerunner also comes in handy. So we only need 1 of her, and she secures the game. She's perfect at 1. Then we play 1 Wicked Witch because she's got a big ass. She's got the biggest ass in the game. She saves your ass if somebody gets rid of all your ships and your True Dracos. She's your last resort, and she basically gives you another turn to breathe. So that's why she's in the deck. We also play Dark Lady because she's the baddest bitch in the deck. She's a solemn strike on wheels. You basically bring her out when you already have board control with your untargetable ships and your True Dracos. So when you got those out and you can bring this out, that's when you want to bring it out. It's basically just to make sure that like a striker player or somebody who's got mad outs to your deck has to play into her, has to bait her out before she can even touch, or before they can even touch the untargetable ships. So that's what she's for. And that's all the Cosmo monsters. So for the true Draco part of the deck, we're playing 2 Ignis Heats. 2 is fine, 2 is perfect. Honestly, I only needed 1. I was only playing 1 for a second, but I decided to add 2. Because, you know, well, not add 2, but I decided to play 2 because sometimes you really do need that extra one. We played Dinosaur because, you know, he was banned and now he's not banned anymore for some reason. So we had to put him right back in the deck. And we play a Majesty Maiden. Honestly, she's just another name, but it has come up a couple times where I've had to diagram her to get one of these other monsters out. So yeah, she's kind of convenient for that reason. We only play 4 and that's fine. And then on to the hand traps. You already know we got to play 3 Ash Blossoms. If you're not playing 3 Ash Blossoms, you're really not even playing the Yu-Gi-Oh! Because honestly, you're not playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Unless you make sure your opponent can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! So yeah, we have these for, you know, usually they just get baited out, but you know, it's awesome because sometimes like they'll say you baited it out, but honestly you did stop something up, so you gave yourself, you kind of gave yourself some time once you Ash Blossom something really important. Alright, so Spicy Tech, y'all are going to say I copied Jamie the Kid, but honestly I was playing this in my deck for, what's it called? I was playing a pure build that did rely on the Gammas, and for the exact same reason. The Gamma package is for when you have a pilot and you tag out and somebody tries to negate that pilot's effect. That's when you Gamma, you bring this out, and then you bring out your ship, and then you synchro summon into a Scarlet Red Archfiend Dragon. Excuse me, and then that's when you can either push for game or just you know, just clear their board and, you know, establish control. So yeah, this is honestly broken. It's like the spice of the deck right here. So that's it for the monsters. We played 24 monsters. It's kind of big, but honestly this deck doesn't care because it's actually pretty consistent. So for the spells, you already know we got to play 1 E-Telly. This deck is so powerful they had to put E-Telly at 1. So obviously we have to play 1. We would play 3 if not. And then we play 2 Disciples. Obviously we don't play 3 because that's too bricky. We play 2 Heritage. We don't need 3 because honestly we just send them to the graveyard and put them right back in the deck. And then for our field spell search, we play 2 Terraformings and 1 set rotation. This is your 3rd terraforming right here. Since terraforming did get hit, you know, it kind of did hurt, but you know, set rotation essentially does the same thing. You do set rotation, you pop their Cosmo Town when you set it on their side of the field with your Slip Rider, go diagram, and you just go off from there. And then we play only 2 Cosmo Towns. I was playing 3. 3 Cosmo Town is way too, it's not good, it's not ideal. I was drawing into my Cosmo Towns way too many times, and that's always been a problem with this deck. I've always played 3 Terraforming, 3 Cosmo Town, or 2 Terraforming, 3 Cosmo Town, because, you know, Cosmo Town is important. It really is, but honestly I've only used it maybe twice max in 1 duel. That's the only time you ever want to use it is twice. Sometimes you only need it once. But yeah, you don't want 3 because you're going to draw into it too much and you don't even want to use it 3 times. Then the most important card in the deck is Draco's Diagram. This card's broken. It's not hit because it's True Draco exclusive. They're not going to hit field spell cards. Konami never does, unless it's Chicken Game, which is universal. But this is just for the True Draco archetype, and True Draco is already damaged enough as it is, so they're not going to touch Diagram. Sorry guys. So yeah, it's the best card in the deck. You want to see this every single first turn you ever play with this deck, and if you don't see this first turn, you're probably going to lose. So yeah, that does it for the spells. There's 13 spells. And then for the traps, we only play the True Draco traps, and that's True King's Return. Obviously you only need 1. And then we play 2 Apocalypse because, you know, popping monsters is fun. And so is, well honestly I like the Apocalypses because once they try to clear your board, you know, they're going to get rid of your True Draco anyway, so you're just going to, you just pop your True Draco and you have their attack anyway, just so they can get over your ship basically, or anything you summon, just so you don't have to use the effect or resort to a Wicked Witch basically. That's what I use this for. And then Return is obviously just to recur, just to bring a True Draco back from the graveyard, you know, basically make more fodder. And then, you know, obviously popping all these is fun popping monsters. So yeah, that's 3 traps, self-explanatory. Alright, let's get to the spiciness. Let's get it. Alright, so this is my extra deck. There's my token, one of my top 16s. We play Borlo Dragon for the mirror match. I have yet to use this. Actually, I have used it once in the mirror match, and it was pretty fun. It was on Dueling Book. I want to use it in real life though. We used Nightmare Unicorn obviously because it's just a generic. It's pretty good. Trisbana for when Sky Striker or Altergeist want to, just fuck around with their back rows. So we're gonna make them pay for it by making them pay 2,000 life points. Ningirsu, I've never used Ningirsu. It's never come up, but it's a pretty good generic Link 3. Summon Sorceress has a pretty broken combo, but I honestly don't use her. I'm probably just going to put more Nightmares in her. I'm going to take Sorceress out. I'm going to put more Nightmares in there. Sorceress will be for sale on my Instagram for probably about $10, so look out for that. And then Cleafor Genius, I've never ever made this card, but it's pretty good in theory. I don't really want to get into it too much because I really don't think summon. Cyber Dragon Nova and Infinity, obviously we're always playing Cyber Dragon Nova and Infinity. This is basically the only thing I go into if I ever go into anything in the extra deck besides the Red Dragon Archfiend. And then obviously we play the Volcasaurus package. I've actually went into time with Sky Striker. We're close to time actually, and I've done this and it's won me the game. So this is very important right here, the Volcasaurus Gaia Charger. And then we also play Fusion card. We actually play every single type of extra deck card you can. So we're playing one Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. We got Cyber Dragons in the side deck. We're playing one Mega Fleet Dragon. Cyber Dragons obviously. And then we also play a Mud Dragon of the Swamp thanks to Jamie the Kid's innovativeness. We play this with the Super Polymerization because Super Poly is broken as hell. It's honestly super fun to summon this card, and if you do, it's it's game, or it just makes them have to get rid of it right away, honestly. And then here's the Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend I was talking about. This is for the Gamma combo. Gamma and a big ship, summon a Gamma and a big ship, and you get this out, and it's basically a big push for game. And then we got the Ciphering Lord Omega. This never ever comes up, but like if you have a Gamma that's dead in your hand, and for some reason you can summon this with like an Ash Blossom, I don't know. It's basically just in here to fill space. But yeah, it's never coming up, but you can make it. So yeah, that's the extra. Now for the side deck. Okay, so for Cyber Dragons, we play two Cyber Dragons. We just summon these, summon a Mega Fleet or a Chimera Tech out with their whole board. We play System Down as well. This is also for the mirror match, but it's mostly for Cyber Dragons because you won't see much of the mirror. We play System Down as well, and then Super Poly. Super Poly is universal. We could use this against any deck. This makes it so any player at all cannot target anything you have, even your pilots and your true Dracos in some cases. It's just a very fun card to play, honestly. It's broken. So yeah, that's what that's for. We play one of these. This is honestly a very good card. Somehow I managed to top deck this, and I only play one of it in my side, but I always top deck it every time I need it. I just jinxed myself probably, but I'm probably going to play two of them because it's such a good card. I like it. And then we got three of these because I was playing Twin Twister, but honestly with this deck you can't afford the fodder for Twin Twisters, so we just use MSTs plus MSTing your own Cosmo Sounds and traps, True Draco traps and spells is pretty broken as well. Also, I'm probably going to take out one of these to put another Hate True Nade in because the Hate True Nades are pretty broken. And then we play triple Mind Control. Mind Control is very nuts against any link heavy deck, so basically you just make them do all that work and then it's your turn. It's mine, you know what I'm saying? So three of those, it's pretty broken. I usually use it against any link heavy decks. And then like I said before, Thunder Dragons are here. So this is what these are for. This is what the Good Witch is for. You're going to switch out your Wicked Witch with Good Witch because before you make your OTK attempts, before you can really do anything, you have to flip down the one guy, I forgot what his name is, but you have to put him face down with a Good Witch, and then you can actually play Yu-Gi-Oh! And then we got Shared Rides. These are going to be Herald of the Abysses, but these are just for Sky Strikers if you want to mess them up, because I just activate, I usually get these first turn. Well, because Sky Strikers are going to go second, they're going to make you go first most of the time. So I get this out, and you know, I just put it face down, and when, you know, when it's their turn, they think they can go off because, you know, they got their extra card. It's like, think again, we're gonna play shared ride, you're gonna give me all your cards, or you're just not gonna make a board. And usually they don't make a board, or they'll try to make a mediocre board with 2. But anyway, you're gonna plus off this, you're gonna plus 1 off it at least if you play it. But anyway, yeah, that's my deck, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. You can follow me on Instagram. It's at @SettleBlizzy. I'm always selling cards. I'm always posting my cards and deck profiles, whatever. My new shits, my ideas, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, I got over 1,600 followers. You feel free to add to that. Shout out Wise Guys, TCG. Shout out Greg Farley. Shout out Trey Faircloud. Those are my boys. Those are my boys right there. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope this helps you. I hope this it's a nice what's it called, stencil for you guys to, you know, build off of and test. You don't have to use mine, obviously. But thank you guys for watching.